Hey friends, happy Monday. Let's get warmed up. Running or marching in place, adding in the arms, his chest day, and glutes. Our chest moves are a reverse press, a static press, and a static fly. So we are back down on the ground for all three moves. Glute moves, we have a bow tie narrow squat, we have a split squat pulse, and a B stance bridge. And then we're gonna go back to our chest moves for the burnout round. Arm circles forward. Reverse press, I'm gonna try 25s, static press 25s, static fly 15s. I do also have my 20s out just in case I need them. Let's go back out my studio. The situation was taken care of. Nothing a little raid can't fix, so all is right in the world now. Open and close. Although it was kind of fun to be resourceful there for a day. And let's kick out in front of us, hand opposite leg. Oh, hamstrings and glutes are tight. I recorded the glute workout yesterday, so a little tight there. It's all good though. 3, 2, 1, it'll loosen up. All right, friends, we got a reverse press. So, got my 25s here. You use whatever is challenging for you. You're gonna roll back, and we're gonna turn our palms towards our face. And we are going to press those weights up and together into almost like a V shape, and then lower down slowly, okay? Arch that lower back up off the ground, so we target those chest muscles, and make sure you are breathing. Three, 2, 1. Nice job. Static press. So we're gonna put both arms up, arch that lower back. We're gonna lower one arm and press. We're gonna do this side for 30 seconds. I will let you know when to switch. I feel weird wearing shoes today, but my toes keep going numb. It's something that happens. It's a little chilly this morning, so when it gets cold like that, 3, 2, 1, my toes like to go numb, and then it's hard to get the feeling back in them, so I'm going to leave them on for now. I might take them off before the glute moves. We shall see. I'm fairly certain my heater, air conditioner thing that I have up here is tired of me switching back and forth. Turn on the heat, and then I turn on the air conditioning. I turn on the heat, and I turn on the air conditioning. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Woo, that was challenging. Static fly, so we're gonna put, once again, both arms up in the air, arch that lower back. We're gonna lower one arm out and pull up while the other arm stays up in the air. I'll let you know when to switch. Keep both shoulders down on the ground. Our body does not rotate when we lower down. 3, 2, 1. Slight bend in the elbow. As soon as that elbow hits the ground, we're using those chest muscles to pull it back up and together with the other weight. Three, 2, 1. Awesome job. 30-second break. Set my weights back up. My weights are back in a runway style, which means the heaviest up closest to my head, and they get lighter as they move away from me. That way I do not have to pick up heavy weights and drag them to my body and risk getting injured, right? So I suggest you set your weights up the same way, especially if you are using a little bit heavier weights. Goal is always for nobody to get hurt during these workouts. I know that's probably unrealistic, but it's always my goal. All right, reverse press, friends. All the way back, palms facing towards our head. Press those weights up and together into that V. Arch that back. You all tell me I need a lot of reminders to arch my back, so you're gonna get a lot of reminders. Three, two, one, nice job. Static press, just lowering the weights for just a second. Resetting up here, one arm at a time. Three, two, one, other side. Almost there. I'm saying that to myself as much as I'm saying it to you all. These static moves are no joke. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Yeah, static fly. Thought I got off there for a second. One arm at a time. Two, one, other side. Two, one, awesome job. Woo. We're gonna have that one more time. The static press, I am going to drop down to 20s. When I have to stop so often to be able to do the move, there comes a time where it just makes more sense to drop down a little bit and get a few more reps in. Okay? All right, friends, reverse press. One more time with the heavier weights. I'm gonna stick with the 25s on this one. Arch that lower back. Press those weights up and together. Lower down, resist as you are coming down to the ground. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Like I said, I'm gonna do 20s for the static press. Arms up, lower one side. Let you know when to switch. Switch in 3, 2, 1. Other side. Man. This move feels tough today. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank goodness. Static fly. Just gonna stick with the 15s here. Arms up, let's go. Keep both those shoulder blades on the ground. If you physically cannot do it, I need you to drop a little bit of weight. On the flip side of that, if you're like, man, I can do this all day, every day, I need you to pick up some heavier weights. 3, 2, 1. Two, one. Awesome work, friends. We're gonna kind of move some of these weights here, get them out of the way. We have glute moves, we have bow tie narrow squat, we have a split squat pulse, and a B stance bridge. Yes, we did the B stance bridge last week during leg day. Super good move for the glutes, so we are doing it again today. I'm gonna do 20 for the narrow squat, split squat pulse. I'm gonna try the 15s. B stance bridge, I'm gonna do 35s. Okay, so we're gonna start with this narrow squat. We're gonna load it up here at our chest and neck area. Feet close together. We're gonna push those hips back. Come down deep into that squat if you can. If you cannot, you can stay up higher in the squat. Keep those knees facing forward. Nice job. You can do this move without a weight. That is absolutely fine. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're gonna lower down and come up. Woo, buddy. Might be a bad choice after the glute workout yesterday. 3, 2, 1, other side. Make sure you're pushing up through that front heel. It's where the majority of your weight's going to rest, is in that front heel. Back toes to help you keep your balance. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. B stance bridge. Lay back, come up into that bridge, take one toe, put it up in the air, put it out a little bit in front, come down, push up through that foot that is flat on the ground. Again, that foot with the heel up in the air, it is just for balance. Most of the weight is through that flat foot, mostly through the heel. 3, 2, 1, other side. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Three, 2, 1. Awesome job. Roll to the side. Let that weight weight fall off. Do not pick up the weight off of you while you are laying on the ground. Good way to get hurt. All right, friends, 30-second break here. Grab a drink. Write down whatever you need to on your tracking sheet. Today, we are going to talk about scarcity versus abundance mindset. So, let's go ahead and grab our weight. So that narrow squat. So when I talk about scarcity versus abundance mindset, what I usually am referring to in this program, it's going to come down to food, okay? And typically, I see this. Somebody will say to me, I know myself and I cannot control myself around insert whatever food it is, right? Whether that's salty chips or cake or ice cream, candy, chocolate, doesn't matter what it is, right? And I will agree with the fact that you know yourself better than anybody else does, right? 3, 2, 1, split squat. But what if I told you maybe the issue has nothing to do with the food and everything to do with how you think about the food, right? Let's do those split squats. So, maybe the reason why you feel like you cannot control yourself around said foods is because you have created a scarcity mindset in your brain. 3, 2, 1, switch, which means you have told yourself so often you cannot have insert whatever food that now your brain, whenever it sees that food, goes, oh my gosh, I gotta eat as much of it as I can because I'm not allowed to have it. And I don't know when the next time is that I will be able to get this, right? 3, 2, 1, and I have absolutely been that person. Me stance bridge. I remember this one time, I come up to that bridge, point those toes to the ceiling. I bought this bag of banana chips, right? And I told myself I shouldn't, and I argued with myself. I told myself it was too much sugar and it was too much carbs and I absolutely shouldn't have them. Eventually, impulse gave in and I went ahead and bought them. 3, 2, 1, switch. So then what happened is I came home, still beating myself up, still telling myself that I could not have them and they were not meant for me. So what did I do? I ate the entire bag. And I ate so many of them that I made myself sick, right? I physically made myself sick. I threw up, and I'm sorry if that's TMI. 3, 2, 1, 30-second break here. Roll to the side, let that fall off. But the important lesson here is, had I stopped thinking about this food with a scarcity mindset and started thinking about it with abundance, I probably wouldn't have eaten the food like that, right? If I would have told myself, Ashley, you can have as much of these banana chips as you want. You can have them for the next week. You can go buy another bag afterward. It takes the, okay, let's go back into those narrow squats. It takes the scarcity out of it. It takes that thing away from your brain that makes your brain tell you, you gotta eat as much of this as you possibly can right now because you just gotta get rid of it, right? You gotta get rid of it. Who knows the next time you'll have this again. You know it's not for you. You know you shouldn't be eating it. And there have been plenty of studies that have shown that people that expose themselves to the food that they tend to block off from themselves and allow themselves to have as much as they want, they end up having a better relationship with that food and being able to regulate themselves around that that food because you know you can have it tomorrow. You can have it the day after that. Right? 3, 2, 1. Split squat. So if there is a food in your life that you feel like has way too much control over you, I'm going to challenge you to try to start building a better relationship with that food. And the only way to build that relationship, friends, is to eat it. All right? And I know this is going to sound counterproductive to what you want to do. 3, 2, 1, but I promise you it works. Because there was a time in my life also, I could not have fruit snacks in the house without eating every single bag of fruit snacks that I bought within the first couple days. Now, I have a fruit snack probably daily, but I don't ever have this feeling of 3, 2, 1. I don't have this feeling of I gotta eat as much as possible because I know it's always there. And there's nothing exciting about it now, and there's nothing restrictive about it now. It's always there. B stance, bridges. One more time here. Now, if you're really, really scared about how that will affect you, you can maybe start with buying individual packs, right? At a store, you buy an individual pack, you eat it, you tell yourself, this is fine. I can have as much of this as I want. There is nothing about this food, 3, 2, 1, that has any type of power over me, right? In fact, you can work it into your nutrition. There are not many foods out there that you cannot work into the numbers that I've assigned, right? Unless you're on some really low calorie plan for some reason. 3, 2, 1. Which if that's the case, it probably wasn't assigned by me. But there are not many foods out there that you can't eat. Now, obviously if you go to a restaurant that has one of those challenges where you eat like 14 cheeseburgers or something like that, that's obviously not going to fit. But a slice of cake will fit, friends. A piece of chocolate will fit. A piece of cheesecake will fit. A handful of chips will fit, right? Okay, friends, we're gonna do these chest moves one more time. Nope, that's not the right ones. I need my 12s. Reverse chest press. Arch that lower back, squeeze those muscles, and lower down. And I know this concept can be kind of confusing whenever, we're like, you gotta be in a calorie deficit, you need to be in a calorie deficit. But the point is to fix that relationship with that food so you no longer have those binging cycles where you eat a crazy amount and then you feel like shit and then you run for 5 miles and then you're hungry again, so you eat more and then you run more. And then you understand what I'm saying here? You understand how that could be very not healthy? 3, 2, 1. Arms up, static, lower one arm at a time. So if this is something you want to talk about more, I will absolutely talk about with you some more. But otherwise, maybe just something to think about. Okay, friends? I know it's a bit of a scary thought, especially if you've told yourself forever, oh, I cannot have this food in my house because I can't control myself around it. It's not a healthy relationship with said food. Now, if you don't want to keep it in your house, 3, 2, 1, that is entirely up to you. The issue becomes your mentality around not keeping said food in the house. Okay? Three, 2, 1. I actually had to have kind of a conversation with myself. Static fly here. My husband makes a really, really, really good peach crumble. One arm up, other arm out into that fly, squeeze at the top. makes a really good peach crumble. And in the past, there was a joke in our family like, well, you better eat it before Ashley gets to it because Ashley will eat the whole thing. And I have done that. I have ate an entire pan of peach crumble by myself because I had that mentality. 3, 2, 1. And when he made this peach crumble a few weeks ago, I was sitting there and I was like, oh no. Like I had this dread kind of creep in of like, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Why would he do this to me? He knows I can't control myself around this food. And then I quickly sat and was like, no, I can control myself around this food because I can have as much of it as I want. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, friends. We're gonna stretch out here. I told myself, you know, you can have some tonight, you can have some the day after that. If we run out, he can make another one, no big deal. I ended up eating 1 serving of that peach crumble, right? Nice job, cross one leg over top of the other, into that figure 4. Because my mentality around that food, I switched it, right? If I would have kept sitting there with that mentality of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat this all, why would he do this? This is terrible, this is the worst thing that could have happened to me, I probably would have eaten that whole pan. Because I would have created that scarcity in my brain. And our brain's gonna go, oh, you gotta get it now, or it's gonna be gone, you can never have it again, right? Other side. You all can probably tell, but this is a topic I could talk about like all day long. I think it's so interesting. And when you really think about it, it makes sense. Go ahead and come all the way up. Hook those hands behind your back. Pull those shoulders back. Bring those hands around to the front. Cross one over top of the other. Roll your hands and shoulders forward. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, friends. I will see you all tomorrow. 4. Back in total body. I'll see you then.